my team, our people in this very difficult time.
Много се радвам да ви видя и двамата на живо и благодаря ви за вашата подкрепа и за вашата солидарност с Украйна, с украинския народ, с мен и моите хора, с всички нас там.
Здравейте, господин президент, здравей Петро, здравей приятелю.
Hello, Mr. President, hello, dear Petro, hello, my dear friend.
С кмета на София искахме след вчерашната ни среща с украинския посланник и твърдата позиция, която нашата партия, член на Европейската народна партия, както и вие, да изразиме за Украйна, украинския народ и за битката, която водите с агресора.
Together with Mrs. Fandukova, the mayor of Sofia, who you know very well from our visit in Kiev in 2018. Yesterday, together with Mrs. Fandukova, we had a meeting with Ambassador Moskalenko here in Sofia, and today we wanted to speak to you and to express personally to you our solidarity, our determination to help with anything that we can help with. And to express that our hearts and feelings are with you and with the people of Ukraine. And we wanted to reach out to you and to give our support and to ask what we can do.
Знаеш, много пъти сме водили разговори с теб и в Киев, и в Брюксел, и къде ли не. И за общата ни история, и за всичко, което и България е права за Украйна, и вие за нас. Но доживяхме много тежки дни на война, на агресия, на милиони украинци, които бягат от своята родина. И в България има хиляди, които ние гостоприемно посрещаме. И разбира се, във всяко едно отношение и в българския парламент ще дадем подкрепа, такава каквато е нужна за справедливата война, която Украйна води в момента. За нас е недопустимо жени, деца, цивилни, както и инфраструктура, която с такова удоволствие и толкова трудно сме изграждали мостове, магистрали да бъдат разрушавани, това в 21 век. Затова исках да предадеш и на президента Зеленски, и на Виталий Кличко, кмета на Киев, наш добър приятел, че имате пълната ни подкрепа и като партия, и като приятели, и като хора.
Me and you, we are united of our common values of the European People's Party, and we have met with you many times in Kiev, in Belgrade, in Brussels, in Munich, at the security conference. We have discussed so many times with you our common history and the things that we share, the people of Ukraine and the people of Bulgaria. Bulgaria and Ukraine have done and are doing many things together and many things for each other. And this is going to continue like that. But most unfortunately, both me and you, we live now in times that I would have never believed would come, in times of war. Thousands of Ukrainian people are fleeing from the war. Some of them are coming also to Bulgaria, and we are welcoming them, and we will continue to try to help them as much as we can and to give them shelter here. As the second biggest parliamentary group and as a traditional large party in Bulgaria, I would like to tell you that we are going to do everything possible to support all decisions and even to initiate decisions in support and in solidarity with Ukraine in our parliament. Ukraine is defending its people, its territory. Ukraine is defending peace. and we are standing together with you. My heart is bleeding when I see women and children who have to run from the war and in seeking shelter and security. And also my heart is bleeding when I see how many things, infrastructure, bridges, how many things that you have built with a lot of efforts, with a lot of work in Ukraine for the development and prosperity of your country are being now distracted. Me and Mrs. Fandakova and all our party members would like to offer you our support with anything that we can help with.
Okay.
Thank you very much indeed, Boyko. First of all, again, I very much appreciate your call because friend in need is a friend indeed.
Много благодаря, Бойко, за твоето обаждане и защото наистина един приятел в времена, когато имаш нужда от приятел, е истинския приятел.
I called to Klitschko, speak with him this morning and last evening. Today he has a conference call with the headquarter for defending the Ukraine. I withdraw from this conference call, but he asked me to deliver warm wishes to all our team, and we are here in Kiev, and I stay in Kiev as a fifth president and as a commander of the battalion now, and we have the Russian troops in less than 10 miles from my office.
Вау. Много благодаря наистина за вашето обаждане. Аз говорих с Витали Кличко и той трябваше да се включи също, но в момента буквално се случва един конферентен разговор с главната щаб-квартира на Украйна по отбраната, на който аз също трябваше да присъствам, но заради разговора с вас останах и ще се включа по-късно. Но Витали също ви изпраща благодарности и своите най-сърдечни поздрави. Аз искам да ви кажа, че ситуацията тук е много сериозна. Аз ще остана, аз съм в Украйна и ще остана в Украйна като предходен президент, като командир на батальон. Аз ще остана тук и ще помагам на моята държава. Но руските войски са изключително близо. Те са буквално на 10 км от моя офис, от там, където е моята щаб-квартира.
But we stop Russian troops, and for more than 10 days they cannot move any one single meter further.
Но ние успяхме да спрем руските трупи и вече за дни наред те не могат да се преместят дори на сантиметър. Успяхме да ги възпрем.
But they opening artillery, multi-rocket launch system fire, and only this night we have a 12 artillery and missiles attack on the civilian object in Kiev.
Но тяхната артилерия и ракети, само за тази нощ сме имали 12 артилерийски и ракетни атаки на цивилни цели в Киев.
9 civilian people were killed only during this night.
И 9 цивилни граждани са убити от тях само за тази нощ, говоря.
Throughout Ukraine, we have thousands of not fleeing, not as a temporary displaced person, but thousands civilian Ukrainians are killed.
Ние имаме 1000 и над 1000 цивилни украинци, които са убити. Не говоря за такива, които бягат, а убити.
They are kidnapping.
Те разрушават, те взимат заложници.
Kidnapping mayors.
Взимат кметове за заложници.
Paramedical activists and volunteers, which never happened before. Kidnapping journalists.
Те взимат за заложници кметове, цивилни граждани, журналисти. Това никога не се е случвало до момента.
Съболезнования за всички загинали и цивилни и военни.
My and our deep condolences for all people who died, for all civilians who died, but also for all soldiers who died.
Помниш, че едно време ние приемахме и ранени и никога няма да забравя, когато заедно с мене, като добър домакин, обикаляхме в Украйна българските граждани, които живеят, българите, които живеят в Украйна, от Одеса до Болгород. Правихме детски градини, правихме културни центрове, а сега трябва да изказваме съболезнования. Гледах клипа на президента Зеленски, който пусна пред Конгреса в Щатите и просто мисля, че този ужас трябва незабавно да спре. Всичко друго е празни приказки.
I remember how after the annexation of Crimea in 2014, Bulgaria, me and you, we organized a special retreat program for soldiers to come to Bulgaria, a rehabilitation program. But I also remember so well the peaceful times in which me and you, we went on a visit in the Odesky region in Belgrade to open the school year in the school, to how you were showing me the infrastructural projects, the roads that you were building for this region, and this is the region where a big amount of the people with Bulgarian origin, Ukrainians with Bulgarian origins live. So I remember those times so well, and really my heart is bleeding now when I think about what times of war we're living now. I also watched the video which President Zelensky showed to the U.S. Congress, and I really, when I watch, the only thing I can say is this war must stop immediately.
You are right.
Прав.
Especially then only on the date of this morning, since the beginning of war, since the 3 weeks, more than 100 kids were killed by Russia.
Абсолютно си прав. Само тази сутрин повече от 100 деца са били убити в Украйна от руснаците.
Only during the last 3 days, 5 soldiers of my battalion were killed.
В последните 3 дни само 5 войници от моя батальон бяха убити.
That's why we are in the war. But we do a miracle. We stop bandits, criminal, Putin army. And this is the miracle for the world.
Но в крайна сметка това е война и има загуби. Но в същото време трябва да се каже, че ние тук извършваме едно чудо. Ние спираме бандити, криминални лица, войниците на Путин. Ние ги спираме и това е истинско чудо, че успяваме да се отбраняваме и да ги възприемем.
We make a big surprise for Putin and we make a big surprise for the world. For Putin, negative surprise, for the world, positive surprise. And I'm proud that this is armed forces which was created by me since the year 2014. Created by Ukrainian people, and we are now demonstrating that the power of the Putin's army was overestimated and power of Ukrainian army was underestimated. But we need boycott. We need now the defense weapons because we need more ammunition. And I all the time would be remember that government under your prominent leadership give us a help with the supply of the dual purpose and military goods. That was the time when I feel the shoulder of my friend. And I want to thank you for that. And we need to continue that. We now need the more weapons, more ammunition, more anti-rocket, anti-aircraft missiles, anti-tank missiles. And this is now, not in a 2 weeks time, not in a 4 weeks time. This is the only instrument how we can make Russia weaker and how we can help Ukraine to survive.
Бойко, аз съм много щастлив за това, че ние успяваме наистина да възпрем и да отблъснем тази войските на Путин. Мога да ти кажа, че това са до голяма степен тази армия, която има сега Украйна, беше създадена от мен в годините след 2014, от 2014 насам. И ние наистина се гордеем с тази украинска армия. В същото време трябва да се каже, че военната сила на Путин беше беше смятана за прекомерно силна, а ние бяхме обикновенно подценявани и никой не вярваше във военната сила на Украйна. Но де-факто ние създадохме една изненада, неприятна изненада за Путин и приятна изненада за западния свят с силата на нашата армия. Но Бойко, това, от което изключително много имаме нужда в момента, са амуниции. Имаме нужда от помощ и аз знам, че по времето, когато ти ръководеше правителството в България, винаги съм имал рамото на приятел, на което мога да се опра. И за това сега моя апел към България е: имаме нужда от оръжие, имаме нужда от амуниции, имаме нужда от противоракетна отбрана и имаме нужда от тези неща сега. Не след 2 седмици, не след 3 седмици. Сега Украйна прави каквото може, но имаме нужда от това.
За съжаление, даже днес и Министерски съвет отложиха. Имаме много колебливо правителство, което не знае на практика какво иска. Даже сме взели някакво решение, разбрах, батальон да правим, ама просто да пази България. Има спор между президента и премиера как да действат и много колебливи. Сякаш помниш, когато сме говорили на темата Русия, аз съм казвал, ние, както на украинските войници, така и на руските, на това, което са ни освободили и са се били за нас в руско-турската освободителна война, никога не съм ги сочил за противници, врагове и съм ти казал, че в България имаме по-особено отношение към Русия. Само, че сега е война. Само, че сега милиони хора са прокудени от родните места, хиляди жертви цивилни, включително и деца, агресия и затова ръководената от мен партия, дори и в опозиция, е изключително твърда за незабавна подкрепа на Украйна и ако това нещо влезе в парламента, ние ще го подкрепиме на 100%. Защото сега е война. Сега това трябва да бъде прекратено с надежна отбрана. Спорили сме с тебе за Русия, обвинявал си ме, че съм прекалено мек и близък, но сега съм най-твърдия, защото гинат цивилни.
Unfortunately, our government is very hesitant, in my opinion. Our current government is not decisive enough in this direction. I even hear some ideas here about creating a battalion, but that battalion should be only in order to defend Bulgaria. I'm not quite sure, but for sure I can say that our government is too hesitant, in my opinion. It is also obvious that the government and our president have different positions, differentiating from each other. But you know, I have throughout the years, I have always been a supporter of the dialogue. Many times me and you, we have spoken about...
Основата на моята политика е била мира. Само, че мира сега беше нарушен и затова ние трябва да помагаме сега.
Many times we have spoken with you about how the conflicts can be solved, and usually for years I was supporting the dialogue and the way of the dialogue, but now it is war. It is war, it's an actual war with actual casualties and people dying, civilian people dying with a lot of aggression. That is why I trust and believe that the times of dialogue and diplomacy are over. My party now is having a very, very firm and decisive position, and I am assuring you that in our parliament we are trying to initiate and we are supporting, and I have declared this to the Bulgarian government, that my party is going to support them in any action towards solidarity and help, decisive help with Ukraine. I have always tried as a politician, as a prime minister, to be leading the policy of peace. But now we live in times of a war, and in this war we need to be decisive.
Окей, ние сме на страната на евроатлантическата общност, на световната демократична общественост и на страната на Украйна. Поздрави на президентска Зеленски, на моя приятел Виталий Кличко от името и на кмета на София, и ти като мой приятел и брат, пази се!
We are at the side, you can always count on me, and we are at the side of justice, at the side of peace, at the side together, aligned and united with all of the Western democratic countries. So you can count on me, you can count on us. Please give my kind regards to President Zelensky, and also the kindest regards to your mayor Vitaly Klitschko, from our mayor and from myself, and to you, my dearest friend Petro. I would like to tell to you not just that my thoughts and my heart is with you, but please take care of yourself.
Thank you, Boyka. I just wanna, when they ask what is necessary to do now for Ukraine, because people are not dying in Ukraine. Russia killed people in Ukraine, and Russia killed thousands and thousands of civilian children, ladies, and elderly people. And with this situation, we have a plan, and this plan is 5 points. Point number 1, this is the Land-Lease Act. The supply of from nutrition to ammunition, everything. And this needs to be participant of that Land-Lease Act, all NATO member states. And if we in the EPP party initiate that, that would be exactly the right step in the right time, in the right place. If we launch a flash mob for this 5 steps plan in Sofia, in a coordination with Kiev, that would be a great idea, and I'm so happy to see you as a symbol of solidarity, Sofia, with Kiev. Point number 2, this is sky under control, because Russian missiles and Russian planes are continuously over my troops. And with this situation, old Soviet S-300 anti-aircraft missiles, MiG-29, should be immediately delivered to my troops, because we have a best pilot and best operator in the world. Point number 3, we need to open second front. Same way, everything but soldiers. Second front means sanction. Second front means effective measure to make Russia weaker. And with that situation, I'm absolutely confident that that will work, and we have details, and we'll happily send it to you. Point number 4, this is the Marshall Plan. When we threw Russia away from Ukrainian soil, Marshall Plan, I don't know how it's called, Biden, Michel, Johnson, or Boyko Borisov plan to help us to restore ruined infrastructure, including our project in Belgrade, in Odessa region. I think that would be a great idea. And point number 5, this is the speedy of the Ukrainian-European Union integration. You all the time was advocate, you all the time was supporter, and with this situation, in the very next day, assessment mission about the future candidate status for Ukraine from European Commission and European Parliament should be sent in Ukraine, and we should launch the process for giving Ukraine the candidate status. That would be extremely powerful gesture or symbol of support which we need now. So I think that it's absolutely necessary to be in a coordination, to make joint efforts, for example, to make an initiative to release our hostages, medics, journalists, kids, which is now in the Russian prisons. But Russia should be responsible for the humanitarian disaster, for the crimes against humanity he do, especially after 24th of February, because life was never be the same as before 24th of February. We now live in a completely different universe. And I think that that would be extremely important. And by the way, if you find out the possibilities to visit Kyiv, to come here as a gesture of our solidarity, please be my guest. We have a train connection from Lviv to Kyiv. We would be, just yesterday come from us, the Prime Minister of Poland, Prime Minister of Slovenia, Prime Minister of Slovakia. I think that would be also great symbol of our solidarity if we can do it in the maybe nearest days. And we provide you the very effective coordination.
За радост разбирам всичко, което ми казваш.
I understood everything that you just said, that you pointed out.
Ако бях премиер, днеска щяхме да вземем решенията за подкрепа на Украйна.
If I was the prime minister today, we would have taken those decisions according to your points for the support of Ukraine.
И второ, щях да призова моите колеги от Европа да дойдем всичките заедно в Киев, за да спреме бомбардировките над цивилен град.
And the second thing, I would have called upon all of my colleagues from Europe in the European Council to calling upon them in order for all of us all together to go to Kiev and to stay there together with you, and this way to contribute to stopping of the shelling.
Така че поздравявам тези няколко колеги, включително и моя приятел от Словения, които дойдаха в Киев или в Украйна да покажат своята солидарност. Но всички там трябва да проведеме конференция за мир в Киев.
I showed already my big respect towards my colleagues, prime ministers, my very dear friend Janez Janša, the prime minister of Slovenia, who is together with us in the EPP, and also my colleague Mateusz Morawiecki and the new prime minister of the Czech Republic, who I don't know personally, but my big respect to all of them I already expressed, and I'm expressing it to you now. I think that we should all show in actions our support and solidarity to Ukraine.
Но виждам, че и безсънието и умората са много силни. Кураж, подкрепа, каквото можем като партия в парламента, ние ще го направим.
I can't even imagine how tough, how difficult it is for you, because except for everything else, probably you don't also get enough sleep and basically enough rest. So I really ask you to take care of yourself as much as you can. Really, whatever is necessary for us, let us keep in touch and we will try to help.
Само кмета.
And just a second, Mrs. Fandukova wants to also tell you something.
Господин президент, приемете моите и на всички жители на София подкрепа. Предайте на колегата Кличко, че от всичко, от което има нужда за хората, които са останали в Киев, може да се обърне към нас. Ние ще направим всичко възможно да помогнем, както помагаме на всички, които идват тук. Вчера говорих с едно семейство от Киев. Те разказаха за ужаса, който са преживяли, и се опитваме и помагаме на всички, които имат нужда от нашата помощ, а те са вече хиляди в София.
Dear Mr. President, yes.
Той разбира. Ние все пак толкова години водиме диалог на българо-украински, английски, така че нямаме проблем в комуникацията.
Don't use an interpreter when he speaks Bulgarian and I speak Ukrainian. And I want to thank you, Boyka, and the whole Sofia people, and you personally for accepting Ukrainian refugees, for demonstrating the hospitalities for our children, for our future, for our ladies. This is extremely important for us, and this is also the symbol of our friendship between us and friendship between Bulgaria and Ukraine.
Изключително съм ви благодарен за всичко, което правите.
Кораж и успех!
Дуже дякую.
Пазете се!
Take care of yourself. Take care.